Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So we have Draculaura here, the new Skulltimate Secrets Draculaura. Yesterday I went over Laguna in this line, and I just got her from Amazon. She came separately for some reason, and so I'm excited to open her up. I got her for $32.99, and yeah, I decided to go Amazon this route because I usually go in store to pick their screenings, but because, of course, it's a Skulltimate Secrets, they're in the case, they're blind anyway, so you can't really pick their screening, so it's easier to just get her delivered. And so let's get into her box art. We have her type style here, Draculaura, Monster High. I think this is like, alluding to like a suitcase, a little luggage. Here's her really pretty illustration. We see the Oasis in the background, 125 looks. We have the key here, the Gore-geous Oasis billboard or license plate. I'm not really sure what it's, alluding to, or maybe that's like the hotel sign. I'm not sure. But we talked about this pool in Laguna's video, and it looks suspiciously like AI because, that kind of looks like, doesn't really look like an illustration. It looks more like CGI or like AI or whatever, 3D art. So it's kind of sad to see, if they're potentially using AI. I hope it's done by a real artist because that's sad for the art world to see, we're just generating things by a computer rather than putting like an artist's soul behind it. But that's the way we're going in the world. But yeah, so the side of her box is again that really mystical oasis. We have palm trees here and lounge chairs, like the paradise that they're visiting. I wonder like what country they're going to. They don't really give us much information about that. Maybe that'll be on like the YouTube web series or whatever they're doing with that. On the back we have the three of them that are in this line. We also get Ginfire in this line, which I want her. I don't know how fast I'm going to rush out to get her because I have been spending a little bit too much money on dolls, and Barbie times Frankie is coming out soon, so I really want to get my hands on that doll, and she's, on the pricier end of, she's in like, what, the Skulllector type series, the alumni, so they are more pricey, so Ginfire will be on the shelf for a while, so I'll be able to have a chance to get her, later on. I didn't get her Cordal because I wasn't a fan of all the colors. Like, it was gold, green, red, and purple, and to me that's just too much, but she's looking more cohesive in this line, so I might get her. And I love her accessories. Like, if you've seen the sunglasses in this, in her doll, like, and her earrings, I don't know, I love them. And even her little cloud chest piece, they're just so pretty. I love all her pieces and her purse, so she's making me want to buy her. So that's all three of them. So let's, the way you do this is there is a piece of tape there, so we're gonna cut that. Nice. So I have a little trick with these, tabs. I have like this tool here. It's like a Cricut tool, if you guys know what Cricut is. And I like to just put this part in this hook, which pulls these tabs out, because these tabs tend to rip. So that's one way to do it. You just slide that out, put that to the side. So this is the back. We're looking at the back first, but I see Draculaura's hand and the key. There's a drink here and a palm tree. And there's going to be all these ties that we're going to have to cut. You're going to want to be careful cutting these because, of course, the illustration is there. And if you don't want to damage the illustration, just be careful of cutting those. And so here is the front, and it's so cute. I talked about this in Laguna's unboxing, but it's giving very much like G1 with her skullette. I like to see that they're using that again because it brings me back. We have her fang heart there. It seems to be recurring theme with her in G3. She's getting like these roses like we saw with the Garden Mysteries. And kind of like Garden Mysteries, like she has like red incorporated into this design. So it's seeming like they're they're making that like a thing with Draculaura as one of her accent colors. And I think red looks good with her. You know, she's born on Valentine's Day and that whole trope. So let's get her open. Also, this has like a handle, so you can carry it around. I like that the key is nicely, readily accessible as opposed to the other Skulltimate Secrets cases that we had. I didn't like the last case. I went over this in the Laguna video. I didn't like it. To me, they didn't utilize the plastic well enough for me to want to keep them. But this is nice. You can fit, like if you want to carry dolls around, you can fit multiple dolls in here or keep all their accessories in here. It's very functional, so I like it. I like that there's like this key that's, you know, it's not a million keys, although this is going to have a key gimmick, but it's not like so bad. But even like in continuation with the luggage, we have what looks like a sculpted zipper, which is kind of cool. And then look, I didn't show this on Laguna's, but I didn't notice it, but on this one, I can see that, look, it's like a code, like on a suitcase when you want to lock it. So that's cool, like that they added that little detail, you know. But let's see, let's hope we get a good screening. Okay. Okay, she's not bad. I think she's supposed to be, this is supposed to be a front-facing Drax. She does look like she's side-glancing, though, on mine. I don't like messing up their hair, but... Okay, so she could be better, but... she's not as bad as she could be. So, there's that. But I'm loving the Pink Paradise. This Gothic Queen's hotel room. So she's packed in here with all her little accessories. We got her suitcase and her little mystery packets that we're going to open. But first, let's have a look at her little scrapbook images over here. So we see this beautiful wallpaper in the back where it looks like, I see like castles and bats and like branches of trees, roses. I love that kind of stuff. I see a really pretty staircase. That's my kind of girl, Gothic. I love it. There's the three of them with the moon in the back. Then we have her accessories, I believe, that she comes with. And then there's like a portrait of her, and that's a really cute picture. I love that with their bandanas, and they're making a heart. Looks like Drax's hands are crossed over. That's really cute. So yeah, I'm gonna get her out so we can take a look at the back of her hotel room, because I'm excited to see her window. As we saw on Laguna's, her window was absolutely gorgeous. So let's take her out. And I'm gonna have to go from the back and cut all these pieces. So just gonna take my scissor and try to carefully snip these all. So I'll come back when they're all done. Okay, so I got all those, you know, tie tabs cut, and we can take a look at her hotel room now. Obviously her box, I think, is amazing. Look at this Gothic window. I am in love. If I had like lots of money, my room would probably look like this. So I'm in love. I love that black chandelier and the draping, like dark red, burgundy fabrics. And we have the moon with the bats. And we have a window looking out onto the Oasis pool. And we see like those are like desert mountains in the back, or maybe dunes. Really pretty. I love all the architecture of the window. We have columns, we have candles melting, spider webs, there's a book, her fan that she comes with in this line, her sunglasses, this really pretty dresser. And on the side of the window, they're the same on both sides. We have this bat lantern, this pretty, I forget what you call that, but it's like that, what is that called again? Some kind of knitted, crocheted artwork of roses. And then we have another vase with some more roses, and it should be repeated on the same, the same on the other side. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So actually, I want to compare really quick to see if Laguna and Drac are pretty much looking out at the same image, but maybe it's just looks a little different because of the window. I don't know. So yeah, let's compare. Is it the same scene, just different style window? I don't know. So they're both looking out at a moon. They both have the lounge chairs with the umbrella, just slightly different details. So like Drac's umbrella and lounge chairs have like some frilly lace and things, and Laguna's is more just modern. And Laguna has like some sea monster tentacles coming out of the pool, and then Drax has like romantic looking flower rose petals. So they both have that spider web though, and the bats flying around. So maybe they're looking out at the same thing, the same pool, or maybe they're in different rooms and they each have their own pool. I don't know. But it's very, very interesting. So yeah, that's a very interesting, thing to think about. Maybe Draculaura's scene is at sunset and Laguna's is in the middle of the night, or maybe there's like a filter on their window. Who knows? But let's not waste any more time and on things you probably don't care about. And let's look at the doll herself. So here's Miss Drac. I'm not sure, maybe I'm wrong, but she does look like she has a side glance, so I'm not sure if it's just my screening or if she's meant to be looking to the side. But my doll is definitely looking to the side. This eye seems just slightly larger than this eye, unfortunately. And I think her lip has a slight chip. But not too bad. And then she has this really pretty shirt with kind of an Asian inspired collar. So I'm wondering, maybe, correct me if I'm wrong because I don't consume much G3 like media, but maybe that she's half Taiwanese, or I could be wrong, but I think maybe that is the canon for G3. And then she's got this pretty red skirt with pink ruffles, and I love the ruching. I think it fits her a lot better than Laguna's skirt fit Laguna. So I also love her earrings. I think these are really pretty. There's a heart with a tassel, and then it has little hearts in the... Sorry for my nails. I know if you've been watching my videos, I had to take my nails off for my school that I'm going into right now. So they look a little rough after getting the acrylics taken off, and they're just really brittle. So I'm just dealing with that, and it's killing me inside, but we're taking it one day at a time. But I love her bangs. They're very similar to like Real Drama, and I love the chunky streaks. I love when Drac has like chunky streaks. So she's without shoes right now. So, oh, really quick, I I was like looking at her wonky eyes and I totally missed talking about her makeup, but her makeup is actually really beautiful. She has this light pink to like hot pink, and it's almost like a sunsetty gradient there. And I love the webbing. It's very goth and very vampy. And then she has this like kind of like mulberry, I guess, like a berry lip. So, and her berry colored heart on her cheek. And her foil, she has like this foil design of roses and webs and branches, or vines, I guess, from the roses. So that's really pretty top. And her hot pink hair. It's a little short and choppy, but we're getting saran in this line, which is so nice that they were able to upgrade from past Skulltimate secrets. So here is the instructions she comes with. It looks like it wants us to open this bag first with the light color, because we also have a dark colored bag with like a suitcase, luggage imagery on it with some of her icons. I'm sorry how loud it is when I open these, so forgive me for that. It's like probably gonna kill your ears, but these are the pieces that she comes with. So we're gonna go in order. It wants us to do the suitcase last. At least that's how I read it. So let's open this bag, and I apologize for how loud this is. Okay, that's empty. So I'm trying to be smarter on how I open it as opposed to Laguna's, because I was talking while I was opening that on camera and you probably couldn't hear a word I was saying. So she comes with these shelves, which are cute. It's like this light pink, baby pink, has some spider webs and a hook. So you have like 4 areas where you could put it. You could put it up here, you could put it down here. I'm gonna put it up here so it's in our line of sight. It just slides on. Move her. And you could put it here, you could put it down there. I'm gonna put them here. Okay. And we have these white shoes, which I think are adorable. They look like little baby doll shoes. They're so cute. So we have some scrollies, filigrees, and some bows and pearls. Really pretty. A really nice bat with a heart, kind of like vampire heart, Drac. At the bottom we have her skullet and some roses. So I really like these shoes. I'm gonna put these here. Then we get our key for what I assume is the suitcase. So we will open that in a minute. And we have this bag. So she comes with a purse. So it's giving, I guess, kind of like a handmade look. It's got like that like crochet or whatever that's called when you like knit or crochet, like imagery and like, I don't know, art. But it's also on the inside of her hotel room. So maybe she was bored on the plane and she etched like a rose in her it's like a coffin shape, so that's kind of cool. So it's kind of like a artisanal bag, or like something you would see like if you did go traveling and you kind of see this kind of thing in like summertime. So cute bag. Put that there. And now I'm gonna open the second bag. so that's empty. This one had a lot. So we have her fan. So I'm gonna use my scissors because it's a little easier. This tape is. So like Laguna, she comes with a fan, and hers is like this baby pink with roses. It's a little lightly printed, but pretty. I like the heart shape. Put that down there. Okay. Next item is like this rose chest piece, bodice. So she has a bow and some pearls. Really nice. See if we can push that on. I always feel like I'm gonna like scratch the foil off of her shirt when I put anything like hard plastic on there. I always get nervous. But we also get black hangers, which we've seen these before. These are pretty. One there. And the other one here. We get this hotel key. She also is in room 13 because so was Laguna. These were Laguna's keys. So are they in the same room, but they have a different style room? Maybe it's like the Powerpuff Girls bed. Does anybody remember, like, they all slept in the same bed, but like each section was like their color? So who knows? But it's interesting. Here are her really pretty sunglasses. I like these. So the side is a bunch of hearts, and then it goes to like these pearlies. She has bat wings and roses and some more pearls. Let's see how this looks. Oh, they're a little hard to get over her ears. I'm struggling a little bit, but yeah, her ears are pointy, so there we go. Very cute. I like her sunglasses. I think they look really good. So we like that piece. Okay, did I go over everything? I think I did. I went over everything in the bags. So now we have her suitcase here. So there's this little heart, and you just stick it in there and you just pull. It's not really a key. So then we have her second outfit that she's packed, her change of clothes. So now we have 2 keys. I'm going to put these keys on the key ring. I'm going to attempt to. There we go. And I'm just going to clasp it in the back. Here we go. So there are her keys for her hotel and her luggage. And let's look at what we're going to need that other key that we just got in a second, but they all come with this like laser cut knitted cardigan, which I think is so pretty, and it's actually a nice, feels high quality piece. And Laguna had puffy sleeves. It looks like Draculaura has like these bell romantic sleeves. Oh, very pretty. And then here is her bandana. Oh, I love her design. Wow. So in her bandana, she has roses and pearls, and I love the pinks and blacks and bats. Oh yeah, really pretty. That's why I love Drac so much, because like I love pink and black and bats, and you know, she's like she's like your basic goth. I can't help it. But her pants are very wrinkled, so, or her shorts. are very wrinkled, but they're very cute. They're like that canvasy material. And they have like a faux embroidered look. I see a castle, which I love. Who doesn't love a gothic castle? We have bats and roses with their vines, and that, it looks, I can't really tell what that is. Maybe it looks like a tower, like a castle, but I don't really know. More bats, and yeah, I like them. I think they're very pretty. I don't know how well they match the top, but I think they go with the cardigan, and I think they go with those shoes very well. So then we have another pair of shoes here, which again, just like Laguna shoes, I really wish they would have matched this plastic. It's just like, it's like a purpley, which kind of comes out of nowhere, but okay. So she's got like these like purpley pink metallic shoes with roses on them, black roses, and then she has laces at the bottom with some spider webs on the bottom, and the bottom are like these chunky wooden looking heels. I think that's meant to look like wood, so kind of again like that Asian inspired look to her outfit. So there's that. And then we just have, I believe, one more thing to open. And here are her keys. So we have her carry-on case. And I think, again, it's her skullet, really cute in this pink. Let's attach it. It has these tabs to attach like a carry-on would. And then I'm just gonna pull it open. And I've seen this happen to a lot of people. Okay, so this is her belt. And her belt is in there inside out. So it's going to have that form now, which is annoying because it's gonna keep flipping when you try to like keep it this way. It's gonna keep flipping that way, see? So that's annoying right out of the box. My Laguna was done correctly, but my Drac. So she's got hearts, a chain. This is like a chain. She's got hearts, a nice black letter D for Drac, and then she's got a bow and some more hearts. That's her cute little belt. And I think they have like 2 notches, so you can make it really small. Maybe high up there on their waist, or I like it around their hip. I'm just trying to... let's put it back in there. It's gonna flip, I think, is what's gonna happen. I'm attempting to put it back in here the correct way. That maybe it will help. I doubt it. But I'm gonna clean up the space and then let's get her in her different looks. Okay, so here's Draculaura in the first outfit I have her in. Probably how I'm going to display her, because I think I love the way, you know, this outfit, these pieces match her hair and kind of like match each other. I have her hair back in her bandana, and I think it's very pretty. Just a little wrinkly, but I like the way her bangs like get like featured. And I love the sunglasses and the earrings, the top. I think she looks very good like this, but let's see her with the lighter pink accessories. I think they'll go with her fan and those white shoes. So So let's get her dressed. So here's Drac in her second outfit, and I don't know if you guys remember this top from, I think it was her first Skulltimate series. I could be wrong, but I think that's where it was from. And I never really found a use for it because it didn't really match anything. But I thought it kind of went better with this outfit than, you know, this top. And I kind of want to like try this outfit out on like her Iridescent doll, where she has like that pastel pink hair, or maybe even her Buried Secrets Cozy Creepover, or I'm not sure what it was called, the Sleepover Buried Secrets line doll. I think this outfit would look so cute on that, because I actually love it. I just don't know if it matches, like, you know, the hair with the black, because it's very pastel, and I like, you know, the deep red and the black with, you know, her hair and her bandana like go so well together. So I don't know if these pieces really, you know, jive with those, but I love this outfit like separately as an outfit. I think it's so cute. So very happy to have these pieces. I love the castle with the bats and like the branches and all that. I'm loving it. This is a beautiful piece. I love the bell sleeve. It's very romantic. And I really like this Drac. So I'm gonna go ahead and put her, you know, in the outfit that I'm gonna display her in. Very happy to have these pieces, although she will not be wearing this outfit. Another Drac will. Okay, so here's how I'm gonna display my Drac. I'm gonna display her in this outfit. There's the belt. I forgot to show you guys, but I took it out of her little carry-on and it's going on nicely now, but I might come back and steal her cardigan and her fan when I dress up another Drac in that second outfit. But for now, this is what she's gonna be wearing. And it kind of goes with the Laguna in this line. So they're gonna be on my shelf like this, and they are adorable. I'm really in love with her. Did we need a Drac in an Oasis line? Probably not. Is she maybe going to the Oasis at night? Well, kind of looks like it. So maybe, I don't know, maybe they just flew out there to meet Jennifer or something. And it would have been nice to see a Cleo in this line, because we see kind of like a desert, you know, like usually an Oasis is in a desert, right? That's like the perfect line for Cleo. Spectra, maybe. So, did we need another Drac? No. I do love Drac, so I don't hate that I got a Drac, but for those that are like tired of getting her, it can be annoying. But definitely get her. She is absolutely amazing Laguna. Like, look at her. Like, she's just perfect. Look at her face. I covered her scales because I did like a side sweeping, but like, I love the new legs. I love the new screening. I love her outfit. So if you saw my Laguna video, I kind of hiked her skirt up a little bit and helped it out a little bit because it was too long for me and a little ill-fitting, and so I brought it up on both sides of the ruching, and it made it nice and cuter and smaller. And yeah, I think they're adorable. I think they look good, and we get pretty decent quality stuff in this line, so happy with the case. Love that it's like a playset, like a real playset, like we have a whole backdrop so kids can play with it like their hotel room. Really, really good. Want to get Jennifer? Probably will, just don't know how soon, because like I said, dolls are expensive. I do want that doll though, so, you know, stay tuned. She might pop up because I can't control myself. But with that being said, oh, one more thing before I go, forgot to mention, their limbs in this line are like different. They pop off nice and easy. The plastic's more like softer, So maybe that was like a playline aspect that they, you know, brought back to the drawing board and kind of like revised a little bit to make changing the doll clothes a little bit easier for kids. So, yeah, if you like my videos, keep watching because I love Monster High and I'll keep uploading. So have a great day, have a great night, and see you guys in the next one. Bye!